Yo, it's me, it's the SEOTT. And welcome to Modern Monday, where I take a look at a movie from the 2000s or 2010s and give it a review. And today I'm looking at I Spy from 2003. Now, this film is an adaptation of the 1960s TV series of the same name, I Spy, starring Robert Culp and Bill Cosby. But this differs quite a bit from the original premise of the TV series. In the original premise of the TV series, they were both agents. Alex Scott was portrayed by Bill Cosby, and Kelly Robinson was portrayed by Robert Culp. And they were undercover agents, undercover as a tennis player, which is Bill Cosby's Alex Scott, and his manager, Kelly Robinson, played by Robert Culp. Don't you know who played those actors? In this film, they switch it around in more ways than one. One, Kelly Robinson is the black character played by Eddie Murphy, and he is a professional boxer. He's not an agent. Alex Scott, on the other hand, is the agent played by Owen Wilson. And they kind of switch that around. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people hate on this film because it's not a carbon copy of the original series. And they do take some liberties with it. But here's the thing. I've never seen the original show. I don't know if I am ever going to. But I'm here to defend this film. Because I think this film's actually pretty good. After rewatching it here a few minutes ago, I actually really enjoyed it. Now, yes, it takes some liberties with the original story. They're not both agents, only one of them is. Yes, there's some confusing things that happen during the film, especially towards the end of the film, where it's a bunch of flip-flopping. But for the most part, this film's actually pretty good. What's the story? The story is that they are tracking this villain named Gundars, played by Malcolm McDowell, and he has this special plane, special jet, that can turn invisible. And he's going to sell it to these bad guys who are going to put a bomb to it, blow up some stuff, that sort of thing. Now, because it can turn invisible, Kelly Robinson is reminded of the leaf bug that can kind of fuse in with the tree. So he calls it a leafy bug, which I like better than it's called the switchblade. But, so what's the good things? The good thing is, what I'm defending it for. People go crazy over the how these characters are portrayed. Kelly Robinson is a fast-talking, no-nonsense kind of guy, and Alex Scott is a dopey secret agent. And in the TV show, it wasn't like that. They were both secret agents. They weren't, dopey. But it was a straightforward, serious TV show. This is a buddy comedy, which is one of the reasons why I like it, because I love buddy comedies. But this is a buddy comedy. This is not a serious TV show. There's got to be some kind of leeway with this when they make it a buddy comedy. So yes, we're going to have a little bit of differences between both versions. And Alex being dopey, being played by Owen Wilson, it works. Kelly Robinson's portrayal, alright? He's this professional boxer, no nonsense. He's not a secret agent. He doesn't have to be serious. In his mind, they need him. So his ego automatically gets bigger. He thinks, they need me, I can do what I want, and they gotta do what I say because they need me. So he tells Alex, hey, I ain't going to no party at 8 o'clock. We're going at 11 o'clock. Even though Alex tells him, hey, party might be done, he says, ain't no party Kelly Robinson gonna be at. Gonna be done by 11 o'clock. And then it takes Alex a little bit of subterfuge, but eventually he does go to 8 o'clock. He gets help from other agent, Rachel, played by Famke Janssen, and she is one of the problems I have with this. They spend a lot of time on the fact that Alex has a crush on her. So they spending a lot of time developing a sort of love interest thing with her, only to then reveal she's a double agent, and she's a bad person. But then she's not, because she says she was undercover trying to stop Carlos, who's played by Gary Cole in a cameo. but then she is evil. So it kind of goes back and forth, wishy-washy type thing. Yeah. But the fact that they spend most of this time, they even have an extended scene of Kelly helping Alex court her by using the song "Sexual Healing," and it turns out she's one of the bad guys. So, kind of doesn't go anywhere. Also, the side characters introduced to help Kelly Robinson, other than a few comedic foils, they don't do much. They're there towards the beginning when he's talking about, schmoozing and whatever. 57 no, it could be 58 no, and then they disappear. They're shown in his boxing fight, and after he wins, they're not in the rest of the film. Really not important. Yes, boxers gotta have his entourage, sure, but, Carlos. Where do I start with Carlos? I love Gary Cole, don't get me wrong. I love seeing Gary Cole in anything. He's a good actor, he's great, stuff like that, but he's necessary. He's already shown to be this greatest secret agent ever known. Right? Greatest secret agent. So why isn't he put on this thing? He's not. Alex is. And they make a joke that because he's the best secret agent, he gets all the best gadgets, and Alex gets junk. But why would you give one of your secret agents junk just because the other agent is better? Don't you want your agent to have the best gadgets so they can complete the mission? What kind of agent can complete the mission with junk? There's a scene where he's in the trunk trying to listen to him. He puts the thing up, and you can't hear anything through the thing. That's all he gets. What kind of agency would give one of their secret agents junk just because another one is better than him? Yes, it's supposed to be funny, haha, but it makes no sense. It makes no sense. And then it doesn't make any sense. Carlos gets the credit for saving the day. How? He gets knocked the fuck out twice. And I'm sure when the police arrived, he was still knocked the fuck out. So I don't understand how he gets the parade. He gets the credit for saving the day when he did fucking nothing but get knocked out. And having watched this, I don't know how many times, I'm still not sure whether or not he was in on it. Because they do this thing where he shows up and Kelly Robinson's like, I gotta fit it. He's in it with Rachel. And then so then he gets knocked out. Because he gets a point, because his ponytail comes off and he gets knocked out. Then he comes back to it and he and Alex are fighting. And he tells Alex that they're on the same side, but then gets knocked out anyway. So I'm never quite sure on that. It's confusing. But, yeah. In the end, though, this film's not that bad. There's some confusing stuff about it, but I like the back and forth between Eddie Murphy and Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson's great in these buddy kind of movies, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I love the back and forth. I like, Malcolm McDowell as the villain, not so bad. The idea of the film is actually decent. It's a pretty good idea, even if they did change up from the TV show. If they just made this film and didn't call it I Spy and called it something else like We Are the Spies or Double Spy or something like that, people wouldn't complain as much. This is not that bad a movie. So in the end, I'm gonna give I Spy a 7 out of 10. There's a few problems here and there, but it's not so bad. So what are your thoughts on I Spy? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty. I'll see you in the next one.